All right, we'll be using this microphone for the stand-up section only, which means you'll need to project your voices. I want to talk really quick about what the showcase is. Showcase is a timestamp here at the studio, so it's for you to reflect back upon your growth, basically. And so it's not really a time to show off, it's really a time for you to demonstrate for yourself where you're at. So our evaluation process here is going to be you evaluating you after the showcase, and then we discuss your goals, where you were, where you are, and where you'd like to see yourself in the future. So I'd like you to wrap your mind around this concept here. I recently, as a dad, fell into club basketball. So I didn't mean to, tried to sign my boy up for a basketball thing at the church, didn't realize it was a club thing, and next thing you know, we're doing 2 practices a week, and games, and all this stuff. And we've been in other programs before, and the interesting thing about the club ball is there is no, there are games, but it's not a league where they're worried about who gets first place or whatever. It's more like all of the clubs are competing against each other in order to help each other get better. Because the end result is everybody lifting up their basketball skills. So there is no trophy. There's hey, we work on our stuff, we come back, we go back to practice, and it's and we just get better and better and better, right? Now what's interesting is when you go and watch the club practices, it's sort of you just see the boys kind of like grinding and working on different concepts and getting, start, stop. And I didn't realize, I didn't see the growth until my boy went back and played with the kids he used to play with at his other league. And the very first time he went back there, the kids didn't want to play with him anymore because he was that much better than them. And they're like, yeah, let's play football for a while because this is less fun. So our program, think of it this way, it's like the club sport version of acting. So it's not all the fanfare with all the props and the costumes and the elaborate sets and things like that. We're here to grind to get better. And then wherever that takes you, in both life and in acting, that's what it's for. So we believe in mastery level training and mastery mindset of always getting better. So you're going to come back to the same topics on purpose. When you do, we'll have adapted, we'll have changed as teachers and as a studio. So the program will be slightly different, will be improved, but hopefully you'll be improved as an actor, as a performer, even just as a person, and how you approach the material. Brian was talking about a few of our teens here who have been here for years now, and I've gotten to personally see their growth and their development and how this program has changed them over time, the ones that have stuck around. But it's always the ones who are here for the right reasons, they really want to get better, that stick around. And it's the kids that are too focused on fame or too focused on what I would consider shiny objects are the ones that don't end up seeing long-term success through the program. So that's what we're all about here, and that's what the showcase is for, and that's why it is so very important. And thank you all for being here to support your kids. So back to you, Brian.
Let's give it up. Woo! Okay, so our first portion is going to be what we did in November, which is our monologues. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our first performer there to come on up. We're going to have it on deck when we rotate through. That's right, so coming up after you, sir, is going to be Ava, so you can come on over and be in the next seat here, okay? This first performer is being very brave today, which is exciting, okay? So I got emails, I got sort of texts out oh man, do I have to do this part? Do we have to go up and oh, I don't remember it, or I don't have it with me, or know it this well, because it's been a couple months, right? It totally happens. So I encouraged everybody, I said, all right, well, that's fine, okay? But if you have it and it's there, let's do it as a cold read, because these are about evaluating. So this performer is doing what's called a cold read in the acting world, and these happen all the time. So this performance is going to be based on that. She'll read it off the paper with emotion and energy, and then from there, that's how we'll evaluate it, not in any other form. You'll evaluate with all of the facts in order and where we're at. So let's give a round of applause for our first performer. Here we go. Woo!
My life is over. Jeremy came up to me at lunch today and kissed me right on the lips in front of everybody. I couldn't believe it. He is so gross. Rumor has it he picks his nose during English class. He probably eats it. last week during CPR class, he tried to slip Annie the tongue. Instead of doing what you're supposed to do and say, Annie, Annie, are you alright? He said, Annie, Annie, you alright. On Saturday nights, he probably sits at home and makes out with his teddy bear. I have brushed my teeth 4 times since I got home. I even gargle with peroxide. Oh man, my friends will never let me live this one down.
Woo! All right! Yeah, way to play. Our next on-deck person is Jaden. Go ahead and scoot on over there quietly. Connect. Look beyond the pass wall. When you feel like you're really in it, like you can imagine the person you're talking to, you can go ahead and begin. Okay?
I took a shower washing every body part with actual soap.
Good. I love this one. Double the volume so we can hear you in the back, okay? Great. Start over. Let's give him a round of applause.
I took a shower washing every body part with actual soap, including all my major crevices between my toes and in my belly button, which I never did before, but enjoyed the most of it. I washed my hair with adult formula shampoo and used cream rinse. I can't find my toothbrush today, so I'll pick one up later. Other than that, I'm in good shape.
See, yeah! All right. Rotate through. Cheyenne, you're on deck. That's great. First thing, focus on that back wall. Picture the person. I want you to close your eyes for this for a moment. I can see you already getting into it. Close your eyes. Really picture it, get in the space. Let's give her a round of applause. Woo!
The best part about being 10 is that you're not a kid anymore. It's double digits. My parents have already started having higher expectations when it comes to chores. Like, I get to take the trash out to the street now. My little sister can't do that because she's too small. So I got that. And at school, I get to walk the kindergartners to lunch. That is like a huge responsibility, and only the 10-year-olds get to do that. But the best part about being 10 by far are the double-digit checks from the grandparents.
Scene. Woo! Good job. Rotate through. Yep, go ahead and take your mark. Next on deck is Charlotte. So we're just going to pan down. He's going to be sitting in this one, okay? I want you to sort of look up like it's an adult, right beyond the camera, not into it. Pop quiz. Students, what is it if you look right in the camera during a film set? Jordan. Spiking, that's right. We don't want to spike the camera. All right. Connect. Let's give him a round of applause.
For this one, Chunk, he's kind of like looking down a little bit.
You can do a little bit, but I want your main step to be up so we see your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. When you're ready.
Everything? Okay, I'll talk. In the 3rd grade, I cheated on my history exam. In the 4th grade, I stole my Uncle Max's toupee and glued it on my forehead when I played. Most of them in Hebrew school play. In the 5th grade, I pushed my sister Eddie down the stairs and blamed it on the dog. When my mom sent me to summer camp for fat kids, they served lunch and I got nuts and I pigged out. In the 6th grade, can I restart? Sorry.
Go from the 6th grade now. Breathe, breathe. Take a breath. You're doing great. Look at that spot and then go from there.
But the worst thing I've ever done, I mixed a pot of fake puke, put it in my jacket, and went to the movie theater. I hid it in my jacket, and I dumped it over the balcony, and gosh,
Breathe.
sorry.
See it. See the balcony. See all of it. Go from there. You're doing great.
Climbed up to the balcony. I made a noise like.
Lean into it. Have fun here. Big.
Okay. I made a noise like. "Huh!
More.
Huh!
More. It's everywhere. Yeah, there you go. Good.
And this is the worst part. Everyone started throwing up and crying, throwing up all of each other. I never felt so bad in my entire life.
See, there we go. All right, way to go, kid. Okay. Next on deck is going to be Colt. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. This is so unexpected. I didn't even have a speech prepared. But I'll have to say this. Tardiness is not something you can do all on your own. Many people contributed to my tardiness. I'd like to thank my bunny, Clover, who chews on her cage all night, robbing me of a full night's sleep.
Breathe, connect again. You're doing awesome.
Then there's my snooze button. Loyal, never failing, always right there by my side, taking my abuse several times each morning. To my laundry that's never folded. You challenge me every morning as I hunt for 15 minutes for something clean to wear.
Breathe, yeah, you're doing awesome. Your characters are great.
I'd like to thank my parents for never giving me a ride to school. My siblings for arguing with me every day, every morning as I head out the door. Oh, and I cannot overlook the Phoenix bus driver for taking a chance on an unknown kid. Then there's the wonderful crew at McDonald's, spending hours making those little egg McMuffins, without which I might never be tardy.
Woo! Oh yeah, good job. Love it. Dakota, you're next on deck. Yes, Shane. I mean Jaden. Sorry, brain. Yeah, but sneak out after a performance if you need to. Okay. Go ahead and connect. Let's give her a round of applause. All right, come on.
Now, Linus, I want you to take a good look at Charlie Brown's face. Would you please hold still a minute, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. Now, this is what you call a failure face, Linus. Notice how it has failure written all over it. Study it carefully. You rarely see such a good example. Notice the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in the eyes. Yes, I would say this is one of the finest examples of a failure face you're liable to see for a long while.
Yeah! Woo! Way to go. Braden, you're on deck, please. Quick question for yours. Are you going to start looking right in camera, or are you going to start off and then look to camera?
Off and then look.
Off and then look. Great, thank you. Let's give him a round of applause.
The key to faking out the parents is the clammy hands. It's a good non-specific symptom. A lot of people will tell you that a fake fever is a deadlock.
You can start over. Let's give him a round of applause. What'd I say about the tech?
Key to faking out the parents is the clammy hands. It's a good non-specific symptom. A lot of people will tell you that a fake fever is a deadlock. But if you get a nervous mother, you could land in the doctor's office. And that's worse than school. What you do is, you fake your stomach cramp, and when you bend over moaning and wailing, you lick your palms. I know, it's a little childish and stupid, but then again, so is high school. I did have a test today. It's on European socialism. I mean, really, what's even the point? I'm not European. I don't plan on being European. So who cares if they're socialists? They could be fascist anarchists, and that still wouldn't even change the fact that I don't own a car. Not that I condone fascism, or any ism for that matter. Isms, in my opinion, are not good. A man should not believe in an ism, he should believe in himself.
Yeah! Woo! Way to go, Coach! All right. Love it. All right, Isabella, you're next on deck, please. Thank you. Mia, try not to hit the camera this time.
My bad.
Just teasing. Can we actually get a little side round of applause? Mia does all our socials for us.
May I please speak with you? By what stretch of the imagination? I mean, like, how could I, like, get an F? I mean, what mistakes did I make? This was a college-level analysis. And a matter of fact, I most certainly am qualified of making that statement. As in Macbeth, what's done is done.
Breath, look, come back up with fierce.
As in Hamlet, what's done is done. That's Macbeth, you know nothing twit. Bates. Elton Bates. Griffith High School. Well, you asked me, I mean, my mom, to prom, but she turned you down. And now you're taking it out on her daughter, aren't you? Aren't you? Oh, come on. It was a high school dance. You've got to let go and move on, man. And if you don't, I'm sure the school board would love to hear about your pathetic vendetta against an innocent school student. Oh, and by the way, she had a boyfriend, and you were weird.
Woo! Yeah, let's do it. Jane, you're on deck. Go ahead and connect. Let's give her a round of applause.
You want me to be nice to you. Henry, you stole my laundry. You stole my laundry and you folded it, and here you are at my front door. Well, I'm sure you meant to as a gesture of goodwill. It's a little weird. And the phone calls Henry. Sorry.
Breathe.
And the phone calls Henry. The phone calls at 1 a.m. have to stop. You call and then say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I must have dialed the wrong number." You dialed the wrong number. My number. For the past week. At 1 a.m. See?
Yeah, good job. Woo. Okay, next on deck is Brinley. And we're just about at the end of the monologue section. Connect. I love the smile, though. I love it.
Yesterday, Japanese scientists placed explosive detonators at the bottom of Lake Loch Ness to blow Nessie out of the water. Sir Court Godfrey of the Nessie Alliance summons the help of Scotland's local wizards to cast a protective spell over the lake and its local residents, and to all those who seek for the peaceful existence of our underwater ally.
Let's give the old man a round of applause. All right.
Did you know back in my day I could get any girl I wanted? I mean, just look at me. They couldn't get enough of my muscles, my personality, and my scent. First, for the secret, it's all about how you present yourself. First off, tell her you made brownies for your whole family the night before, and tell her you saved her just one, only for her. She will melt in your hands. Next, don't forget the walk. You start by leaning back like this, and then follow the shoulder roll. Works like magic. And finally, the look. If this doesn't work, you're a loser. Hey, baby. I'm like some dark chocolate, old and ripe. If that doesn't work, you're a loser. And that's how you get a girl that you want. Scene.
And then we're bouncing back at Sienna. You guys, you're coming back up, so you're on deck now here. And did everybody else go in the monologue section that's okay, you didn't yet? Hold on. So you come over here. Okay. Really quick with Shane's, I just want to say something to everybody. So that's one we did a while back, and then he had this costume today. I go, it's going to be interesting to have you do a monologue looking like that. And then he goes, oh, and it wasn't even the monologue he did. He just goes, can I do this one since I'm in this today? And he readjusted some of the lines. He adjusted some of the physicality. It shows, dealing with what Matt said, Shane's been with us for quite a while. I think we said like 3 years or so. And like, that's what it shows. He can do the improv. He can make a moment fly adjustment like that. And so way to put in the work. That was really funny. Really good job. All right. Woo! Okay. You can connect and go when you're ready.
We are gathered here today to celebrate the special love that Monica and Chandler share. It is a love based on giving and having and sharing and receiving. And through their giving and having and sharing and receiving, we too can give and have and share and receive.
I love when you can tell the audience knows a monologue and they're like, oh, I know this one. So good. All right, let's get a big round of applause for our next performer. All right.
We only wear jeans or track pants on Friday. You can't wear a tank top 2 days in a row, and you can only wear your hair in a ponytail once a week. So I guess you pick today. Oh, and if you break any of these rules, you can't sit with us at lunch. I mean, not just you, any of us. Like, if I was wearing jeans today, I would be sitting over there with the art freaks. Oh, and we always vote before we ask someone to eat lunch with us. Because you have to be considerate of the rest of the group. I mean, you wouldn't buy a skirt without asking your friends first if it looked good on you. It's the same with guys. You might think you like someone, but you could be wrong.
See, all right. All right, this is going to be, we got one more performer here, and then we're going to switch over to stand-up comedy after that, okay? So once we get this last one, give a round of applause for the whole monologue section when we wrap up, okay? Okay, whenever you're ready, go ahead and connect up. Let's start by kind of, closing your eyes, get in the state, and as soon as you're ready, fire it off.
A C. A C. I got a C on my coat hanger sculpture. How can anyone get a C in coat hanger sculpture? May I ask a question? Was I being judged on the piece of sculpture itself? If so, is it not true that time alone can judge a work of art? Or was I being judged on my talent? If so, is it right that I be judged on a part of my life over which I have no control? If I was judged on what I learned about this project, then weren't you, my teacher, also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me? Would you be willing to share my C? Oh, an A-. Yes, that sounds much more reasonable. Thank you, Miss Othmar.
Woo! All right, let's go. Okay, real quick before she goes, so we're going to switch over to the stand-up after this, okay? So just to prepare for that, I need my first two stand-up artists, which is Isabella and Wyatt, to just come over here and grab a seat over in the side chairs, okay? You can go ahead and start getting connected. We'll give you a round of applause, and this will wrap up the monologue section, okay? Woo! See, I looked at the camera. I remember this time.
Good job, Brian.
And round of applause. All right.
Okay, so Haitians need to come to America. But people are all, what about the strain on our resources? But it's like when I had this garden party for my father's birthday, right? I said RSVP because it was a sit-down dinner, but people came that did not RSVP. And I was totally bugging. I had to haul to the kitchen, redistribute food, and squish in extra place settings. But at the end of the day, it was the more the merrier. So if the government could just get to the kitchen and rearrange some things, we could certainly party with the Haitians. And might I remind you, it does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty.
Woo! That's right. Okay, we're gonna move on to the stand-up. So now we get to use that mic. Let's come on over to the center. Okay, and let's give a big round of applause for our first stand-up comedian. All right! Come on. Yeah. Hit it, girl.
All right.
You can greet your audience. You say hello to everybody with some energy.
Cool. All right. What's up, everyone?
Yeah!
All right. So hello there. As you guys may have heard, my name is Isabella. Along with many other Isabella stereotypes, I have been in dance. I have danced. I've done acro, ballet, jazz, tap, you name it, I've most likely done it. I remember when I was going to my first photo shoot, I believe, me and my mother had no idea where to park, where we were going. Can you guess how we could tell where to go? The amount of white minivans lined up at the parking space, dead giveaway. And along with these multiple minivans, there might have been a Toyota, a Tesla, and then you look closer to the right. Is that the right? Maybe. You look that way, and you see a Tesla Cybertruck. Tesla Cybertruck. That's a trapezoid. That's an actual trapezoid. Imagine you're going to a girl's house and you're about to go on your first date and you pull up in this trapezoid. And she comes out and she's like, what are we doing? The geometry dash? What is this? What did you put in to apply for that car? I remember we were walking in a parking lot and we see this Tesla Cybertruck and we're like, we gotta burn that thing. It's gotta go. No offense to all those who have Tesla Cybertrucks. I'm sure you're great people. It's just that car, what'd you put in for it? It's a trapezoid. Thank you very much.
Okay, coming on to deck as this person goes, we've got Jaden over here to tell your joke, and Cheyenne as well. So some people also will be telling jokes. So here's how I want the jokes to go. When they go to tell a joke, we want to respond. Okay? So if I go, how come seagulls never fly over the bay? We go, why? And I go, because then they'd be bagels. Exactly. All right, let's give it up for our next stand-up comedian. Woo!
Thank you. How you doing?
Yeah, great.
So, it's been really tough being the youngest. I'm always, literally fighting and swinging for my space to be heard in our family. I'm talked over at the dinner table. I'm the only one that raises my hand because I'm polite, while others shout their replies. A few years back, I told my parents I didn't feel my voice was being heard, that I wanted a more significant voice in our family. So, they bought me a megaphone for my birthday. I'm a smart, resourceful kid, and I got the hint loud and clear. For months, maybe years now, whenever I want to be heard, simply snag the megaphone and rant away. It's worked wonderfully. I annoy them, so mission complete. We just finished Christmas, by the way, and my siblings strategically refined their Christmas wish list. And I snuck a peek, don't blame me. And I noticed all three of them asked for earmuffs. Earmuffs? What an odd gift for the Arizona climate. I can't imagine why they would request these. Seriously though, my siblings are out of this world. Thank you.
Woo! Let's go!
How's it going? So, I had a joke about a duck and a bar. So, a duck walks into a bar, you know, as ducks do, and he gets a Diet Coke and he asks the bartender for grapes, as you do when you get Diet Coke. And the bartender says, "No, we don't have any grapes. It's a bar." And so the duck says, "All right, thanks." He finishes his drink, he walks out. Next day, he walks into the bar. He says, "Hey, got any grapes?" And the bartender's obviously like, "No, you asked that yesterday." "Of course not. Still a bar." So he gets his Diet Coke and he leaves. Comes back the next day. "Got any grapes?" Now the bartender's of course getting upset. "No, I don't have any grapes. I said this already, multiple times." And the duck's like, "All right, got Diet Coke?" So whatever. Next day, he comes back. "Got any grapes?" And then the bartender, very mad. "If you ask one more time, I'll nail your bill to the bar." So he's like, "All right, I need Diet Coke." So gets his Diet Coke, leaves. Next day, "Got any nails?" Bartender says, "No." So then he's all right, "Got any grapes?" How you gonna nail my bill to the ground?
Okay, moving to on deck, Charlotte and Sophie. And let's give a round of applause for our next stand-up comedian! Oh yeah!
Ever since I was a toddler, my father has been keeping a journal of shyness, deep thoughts I've had about life. Here is just a snippet of the wisdom of my youth. Let's follow the sun and bring snacks, in case we get hungry. It's like that movie The Croods, except they eat popcorn and drink ices the whole way. What if you had 2 eye patches? You have to stay in bed forever. And that'd be a Pirates of the Caribbean sequel, where Jack Sparrow is old and in the old pirate's home. Humans cannot eat other humans. Later I found out they can, and some have. It's called cannibalism. Because all good things to eat come in a can. You can't eat your fingernails or your toenails. No, really, you can't. Have you tried?
No.
No one can jump out of their skin. Except God. Imagine what life would be like if we were skinless. I'm thinking I should be an esthetician because it's obvious I'm fascinated by skin. It's clear I've always been a deep philosophical thinker about things that matter most in life. Most people ask things like, why am I here? How was I made? What is my purpose? I'm a whole nother level. I've even had my shyness published in a book. It's called The 2 Eye Patches You Can't Itch Your Skinless Toenails to the Sun. But bring snacks anyway. Thank you.
Colt, you're on deck.
So, throughout my life, or almost all of my life, I've been a ballet dancer. And I've also had many, many injuries, as you would expect. However, none of them have even remotely connected to my dance life, and they all have very odd causes in the first place. When I got my first injury, I was 9 years old, not bad, and I was at my neighbor's house, and they had a trampoline. Guess what?
What?
Yeah, that trampoline has nothing to do with this story. I ran full speed down a hallway and tripped over their giant poodle. And, yeah. I also don't even think that my toe fully healed from that injury, because to this day, it is still crooked, like a GPS that's rerouting you the wrong way. I did have an injury that I did get in the dance studio. We were rehearsing for a flamenco piece, And you would think that the, combination of long, heavy skirts and dancing in heels, that would be, like, very obvious. Like, you could definitely get an injury from that. And I did. However, it was not in the way you would think. I was the unfortunate soul standing next to someone who fell out of a turn, and heels came crashing down onto already weak ankles, and it was all over. The doctor took one look at my swollen ankle and said, "Yeah, that's tendinitis. You totally would have gotten it if you kept dancing or anything, but I guess this just rushed it." That's hilarious. Hello? I guess the universe is denying my normal injury experience. Thank you.
Woo! Good job. All right. Dakota, you're on deck.
Hey y'all,
Yes.
what's up?
Yeah, it's okay.
So, I'm sure a lot of you have probably been to a beach. Let me see a show of hands. Who's been to a beach? Yeah. So, it was summer vacation, and we were staying with my cousins at the beach, and we were just having a really good time. Now, you see, at this beach, there's this little tiki shack. It's really fun. They've got food, they've got ice cream, live music playing. It was a blast. So we're all there, we're dancing, we're eating, we're having fun. And eventually, the band finishes their set, they leave. And before we go, we decide to take a walk on the beach. Now, you see, the beach can be a really scary place for some people. Like if you're scared of the ocean, or sharks, or people. It can be pretty scary. Now, you see, at the beach, I contracted a very severe phobia. But it's not one that you would think you would get at the beach. No, I now have a very severe case of Muppet phobia, which is very sad because I like Jim Henson quite a lot. You may be wondering how you would see puppets at a beach. Let me tell you. We were walking along the beach, and I saw this man. It was very strange. He was sitting in his chair, all alone, except for burner, 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 burner. 2 puppets that he was having a conversation with. The puppet man and his felt friends were there, having a full-on conversation with themselves at his own private puppet show. We go home, and we were like, okay, this is a little weird, and I'm talking to my cousins about it, and they tell me this is not the first appearance that the Puppet Man has made. No, this is not the first time we have encountered the Puppet Man. And I try to think nothing of it. It's like when in New York. So we go home to Arizona, because like all good things, summer ends, and we're going back to school, and going about our business. And that's when I get a text from my uncle. He's at Panera, doing his work, and he tells me, here comes this man in a bright orange community service vest, which, is a little strange, but he doesn't think much of it until he sits down and brings out burner, 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 burner. The Puppet Man strikes again. He is back, and his thread-born entities are returning to strike fear into my heart once more. Thank you.
Yeah, good job. All right, real quick before you go, so now I need Brindley over here on deck, okay? And I'm making sure everybody who's doing stand-up, other than Brindley and the people on deck, have done it, correct? Didn't miss anybody? Great. Okay. So Brindley will be our last performer for that. Let's give it up for our next stand-up comedian. All right.
All right. I have a very, uncommon story.
A little closer with the mic, buddy.
I have a very uncommon story to tell you guys. So growing up has been tough. Well, not literally. I do get to have fun being taller than everyone. Ever since I was a little kid, my dad has always been telling me to stop growing. Like I can control that. When I was 8 years old, my dad told me, stop growing, or you're going to be playing the guy, the tall man, at the Renaissance Festival. Except you won't need stilts. Assuming assuming my parents know best and decide to solve the problem, my dad, without hesitation, decided to buy me a pack of cigarettes. He told me, "Smoke these. It'll stun your growth." Assuming my parents know best and how the obedient child I am, I took the pack and lit up. Soon, I was smoking 3 packs a day. After growing 4 inches last year, I told my dad at a party, "These are not working." Obedience has gotten me nowhere. Now I'm tall and I have a smoking problem, which is pretty hard to quit. Smoke is like a magnet to me. Like the other day, I was just in the park chilling on a bench, minding my own business, and then all of a sudden this guy walks up who says, "Hey, do you mind if I smoke?" I'm like, "No. Do you mind if I fart?" Let me tell you guys, he did not find that funny. So he decided to leave. This guy's weird. I'm getting out of here. But really though, being tall is really, really stressful. Especially being out in public. Like, when I go to a grocery store with my parents, like, a couple old people will tell me, like, "You're gonna be a basketball player when you grow up?" I'm like, "No." But I am an expert at miniature golf. Thank you. That's all I have for today.
Hello.
Yeah!
Okay, so I am what's referred to as an introvert. Are there any introverts in the crowd? You feel my pain. So, whenever I see an animal, my first instinct is to go, "Hello," and give it like a pet. My first instinct when I see a human is to avoid eye contact and hope it goes away. Seriously though, extroverts to me are like dogs, in your face, bouncing around, like never giving you any space, ready to go out and run around. And then when someone new comes over, they do it all over again. Introverts are more like cats, in my opinion. I see you doesn't mean I want to come over to check you out. I'll just hide here and only come out when I need something vital to life. My friends try to force me to be talkative, saying I need to get out of my comfort zone. But does anyone tell extroverts to shut it? Like even for 1 minute? To get out of their comfort zone?
Preach!
I do have a lot of friends though, actually. Because for introverts, finding friends is pretty easy. Extroverts find them, like them, and adopt them. Social events are like a pet store for extroverts. Thank you. Hey everybody, how are we doing tonight? A little loud. So, I think we can all agree we've been lied to a lot in our childhoods. A couple months ago, I was up because of a full moon, as we all are, can't sleep. So, I'm up howling, and I get to thinking, we're all lied to about the moon. Like, the moon landing, come on people, we can see the strings. And another thing, the blue moon, all that saying, oh, once in a blue moon, or oh, blue moons bring good luck. I can tell you for a fact that is not true. One night, I'm out on the balcony with my family, and it's my turn to look through the telescope at the beautiful blue moon. And I look through that telescope, and I'm like, wow, that's the moon, all right. Looks like the moon, always has. And I get bored because it's the moon. It doesn't look any different to me. And I'm speed walking back, hoping that my parents will not see me go back into the house. because I want them to have this moment and not get it ruined by their daughter getting bored with my short attention span. And all of a sudden, I hear this loud bang noise. This bang was my face in the glass door. Next thing you know, we're at the dentist's office at 10 p.m. at night, mind you. And the dentist looks at me and she says, yeah, you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow to book an appointment and fix your face. And I just look at her and I'm thinking, ma'am, you realize I am missing a tooth in my face. I understand that it is 10 p.m. at night, but you expect me to wait 24 hours. Last I checked, these adult teeth do not just come back, okay? I don't want to wait 24 hours for this to get fixed. So long story short, blue moons, not my favorite. All right, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I'll take that. All right, I need our first sketch to sort of quietly come up and quickly set up your stuff. That is, gosh, where's my paper? Who's the first sketch? Do you remember?
Old person.
Old person. Your stuff set up, okay? While they're setting up, I want to talk about these sketches and talk about everything that just went on.
And Brian, we gotta go pretty quick.
Yeah, right. So our second sketch, be ready to jump up, and then third, we'll just go pretty quick with transition. So get it ready as quick as you can. I'll talk over you. Okay, so these sketches were all written by the students, okay? This time, this season is so much fun. Comedy is a blast, but it also can be really hard and really stressful. For everybody, even the process of having to figure out how comedy works and go back and rewrite and go back and rewrite, and even just connecting with your whole group and making sure we're communicating. Group projects can be a challenge, and they fought really hard, and all of them wrote some really great sketches. So Matt would come through and then rewrite, make adjustments, fix all the jokes for them, and then they took those and did it. And Matt's a genius at writing. Let's give it up for Matt. Seriously, he's so awesome at that. He actually writes all of our Valleywood movie scripts. So if you don't know what Valleywood is, every summer we do a movie camp where they make a movie in 4 days. And then they premiere it on the 5th. If you know the movie industry, that's impossible. But we love fighting for the impossible. We stay up all night on Thursday night. We edit, we get the thing done. And then we premiere it in November at Harkins, and it goes up on IMDb as credit. They have it for video. So if you've never done Valleywood, I highly encourage it. And for those who do it, we hope to see you back this summer. Okay, so dealing with that, all that happens. They did the writing, so all these sketches, these characters are theirs, and the stand-up, the same thing. So those jokes, all of that, all we did was they brought in these stories, would tell stories, and then we would teach them how to inject jokes, and they did all that work. So as we wrap tonight, just make sure to individually connect with them. If you see somebody who you thought was funny, like let them know, like encourage that, because writing is so important, especially now where we can film all our stuff. When I was really sick in the hospital, for those who know, I have an autoimmune disease, and I went into a medically induced coma 10 years ago. When I came out of it, one of the most vital roles Matt played was he would come in and do sketches with me. So he would grab props, and he would just make stuff up on the spot, and it brought me so much joy. And it's like, that's what this is about. This is about laughter. It's about teaching these kids how they can inject joy, both for themselves, for the people around them, and for their audiences. And so we're just really excited to present those, and that's what we're really all about. And we're very grateful to everyone who put in the work this month and who continues to put in the work. And we thank you, parents, for all the work you put in to continue to pour into them, to support them. And for all those parents not here, for all those watching online, for all those people even just watching online, thank you as well for all that you do as well. So, we all set for this first sketch? Yes. All right, let's give it up for our first sketch performance. Come on now. Woo. Louder. Do it right from there.
Welcome to old-fashioned tech repair. We can tech repair the right way.
The old-fashioned way. Whatever. I just need help with my computer.
I see.
What's the problem?
It's the computer.
Huh?
It appears there's trouble with it.
I see.
Guys, look. Can you fix it or what?
Can we fix it? Can we fix it?
Can we fix it?
Of course we can fix it. Give that to me.
Whatever, I'll be back in an hour.
Okay. Hello. Welcome to good old-fashioned tech repair. We do tech repair the right way.
The old-fashioned way.
Seems relevant, but okay. So my left AirPod won't connect to my device.
That is...
Not good.
Right, which is why I was hoping you could repair it.
This is for...
When he went to connect.
It's an AirPod, like a small headphone.
I'll take it from here. Sorry about that. This is one of those things I told you to expect. You remember the list of blue bloof devices? Look, here, this is the left one. The number, I don't know.
I think I'm just gonna go.
Oh my God.
Holy moly. Welcome to old-fashioned tech repair. We do tech repair the right way.
The old-fashioned way.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my VR goggles.
Perfect timing. We just finished this morning. One moment, let me write a note. Where's my pen? Could you hand this to Harold?
Sure thing. Just let me find my reading glasses.
Hey, or you could just tell him. Just thinking you might be just a little quicker.
Ma'am, calm down.
Here you go.
Can I get the reading glasses? I got it.
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
It's broke.
Yeah, they're working. Here you go.
The lenses are gone.
Nice, huh?
No, not nice. It looks like you broke them worse.
I thought you would say that. These are something new we've been working on. They allow you to see in reality and virtual reality all at the same time.
I am giving you guys the worst review on Yelp.
Yo,
That doesn't sound
That
good.
sounds horrible.
it's probably bad.
What is guilt?
Yeah, well,
It's
Alright.
right.
well, time to close up shop. It's time for my nap.
Grab the pen, basically.
See, give it up, all right! All right, let's get that next scene set up quick as possible. Get moving. Help them out if you can. And we have 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's hustle. Let's go, go, go. Move, move, move. Time is money and we're running out of both. Right, Matt?
Hey, bro.
That is a funny line from a play we did when I was their age. While they're setting up, fun fact, I've been doing this with Matt, under Matt, for 17 years with Deering and about 22 total. Which again goes back to, yeah, thank you. So, we practice what we preach. It's all about just putting in the work. You guys ready? Everybody in positions? Oh my God. All right, let's get a round of applause for our next sketch. All right.
Welcome to VRHS. Consider me your official guide. You could sit by me. Wow, thanks for saying that. I'm a little nervous about starting at a new school. No need. Mr. Chad is so chill. Oh, almost forgot. We have to TikTok live. What?
Welcome back to the live, guys. Today we're in English class.
What are you doing? Going live? Are we about to start class?
Okay, class. Today we
You can get that.
Put it away.
girls. Don't forget to tag the coolest teacher at
goated teacher.
I'm sorry. Did he just say to tag him at RizzedUpChad #goated teacher?
You know it, and don't let me catch you without a phone again.
Is he serious? I tried to warn you.
Okay, class. Today we will be exploring the complexity of sigmas, low tape faders, and their level of skibbity toilet lower.
Skibbity toilet lore.
You know it.
Is this even English class?
Yeah, it is. It's English.
English brain rock class. Like, if you're gonna talk, could you please record it? English brain rock class.
She's definitely not an alpha. I'd say she's low-key giving beta.
Okay.
Wait, you encourage cyberbullying.
OMG, nothing rots the brain faster than cyberbullying. Now, it's time for our daily stretch.
Stretch. Like PE?
Obviously not. She's such a noob, bro.
What did I say? If you're gonna be mean, film it! So disappointing. Okay, class, now stand up. Stand up. Yep, you too. All right, ready? And you.
What does any of this have to do with English?
Really work out that chin, ladies.
He's joking, right? Like, this is like all a joke, right? Please. Oh, we're being for real? See.
Oh yeah! Woo! Yeah, you're welcome. Quick transition. All right, let's get our final sketch up, guys. Get it ready. Get it all blocked out. That's awesome. We're gonna wrap just in time. One quick photo, okay, for the parents and everything. And then behind the curtain, I'm gonna make a couple announcements. And behind the curtain, we have our parents who come up and take quick photos for like 5 minutes, and then we'll have to kick you out to get the adult class ready, okay? Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, there's supposed to be 2 rows. There we go.
When they do the stuff in the as well, can I go with our group?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know if they needed
No problem. No problem. Hustle, hustle. We all set? What's the title of your sketch again?
AP detention.
AP detention. Okay. This is our final sketch before we do our announcements and our final photo. This sketch is called AP Detention. Let's give them a round of applause.
What are you in for?
Talking in class.
Louder. Let's start again. Double the volume. Let's give one more round of applause. All right.
What are you in for?
Talking during class. You?
Forgot my backpack.
How about you? What you in for?
It's stupid. I was chewing gum. Like, that's a crime?
What about you? What'd you do?
I threw backpacks in the lake. Not just me. This guy was there too.
You guys,
My bro.
you guys do backpacks in the lake.
Yeah, like 5 or 6. First, we lit them on fire. That was my idea. And then we threw them in the lake.
Why would you throw flaming backpacks in a lake?
Oh, like you're one to talk. Oh, that's right. All you did was talk. Boom, clocked. Oh!
Y'all can do the bare minimum if you want. We believe in going the extra mile.
You guys make no sense.
Shh! Class is starting. Can't you hear the bells? Welcome, everyone. I am T.A. Chadatha, and with me is a teacher who needs no introduction, Miss Agatha Stern.
Woo!
Welcome everybody to AP Detention.
You mean detention?
What did you say?
Miss Stern said AP detention, and I just think she meant to say detention. That's all.
Miss Agatha Stern makes no mistakes. In fact,
Thank you, T.A. Chadatha. Miss Agatha, we'll take it from here.
If I may explain.
You may not. This is AP detention. And mark my words, you will take your bad behavior to the next level. Or else, T.A. Chadatha.
or else you're gonna wish your mommy packed you a parachute because your grade is going down. Oh!
Scene.
All right, let's get all of our actors back on stage really quick. Everybody come up. We can leave all our stuff. We're just going to do a photo together, so come on up. Can we clear the curtains? Colt, you want to clear the curtains for me? Pull them to the side. Guys, pull the curtains to the side for me. Pull the curtains to the side. They listen really well. There we go. Ah, that's good. Just so we can see the step and repeats there. All right. Yeah, everybody kind of get into windows and like get into the spot. We can go across the stage like that. I love that. There, so we need to either come to the front, sit in the. Let's get a couple people sitting on the ground. That'll be easy. So we get in the front to create that, so it's not so far around. Okay, great, awesome. Come in tighter, as tight as you can. If you're in the back, come in tight. You guys are too far out. Make sure your cane is covering his face, Jaden. Yeah. There we go. You can do one. That's good. I love that. All right, great. Can everybody be seen from the photos? Out. Smile, smile. Alex, can you jump in the middle and get one with Alex's camera? Everybody's going to look at Alex for the studio one. Smiles.
Smiles. Nice.
Great. Let's give a round of applause. You guys can come grab a seat for our final announcement. Way to go, guys. Way to go. All right, guys, to wrap it up, I just want to share a couple things and let us know where we're heading and what's going on. So, we have no class next week. So as a reminder, no class, okay? We'll be back the week after, and we are moving into, wait for it, drama class. Boom! Oh yeah! I see some excitement up here. I love it, I love it. So, each month, just like this quarter, we'll be dealing with a different type of drama that we're going to be handling. The first month will be just like this one. It will be dramatic dramatic monologues, excuse me. So the job of everyone during break is to start looking for those. Look for a dramatic monologue that you could do. Same rules as this one, should be under 2 minutes. Try and find one that would be really good for you. You could bring in a couple if you're trying to decide between a few. The first week will be about putting those up as a cold read and deciding if it's the best one for you. We'll help you decide the best drama and we'll move from there. Okay, so you guys can put in that work. Next thing, it is Showcase. So what's Showcase all about? Showcase, and we talked about this with all the group earlier, and I would say 90%, 98% were all in a Showcase already, which was really exciting and fun, okay? So Showcase, for those who don't know, is just we're going to evaluate these. Sometimes this happens where we have these evals and they don't end up doing them, and it kind of bums us out, right? So we set aside all this time to make sure we can go through everybody. So do the work to watch your evals so we can talk about your growth, talk about where we're heading, and how we can set proper goals for you. Parents, if you have any questions about stuff, agencies, where to head, what they're supposed to do, auditions, all that stuff, great time to ask those questions. So I would also say for your evals, write down any questions you have so we can talk about those, okay? Great, so moving forward, we're heading into the next quarter. That's what we got going on, and I think that's all I have for announcements, except for I'd like to point out Alex. Alex is also teaching, and she's doing a wonderful job. So everybody give a big round of applause for Alex. So good. I love it. Awesome, guys. So thank you so much. You got about 5 minutes to take some photos up here with each other and do that. And then I'm going to kick you out because we have our adult showcase next. So thank you so much. One more final round of applause. That's a wrap, everybody. Let's go. Woo!